Hi, Dylan. How are you?
Good. How are you?
All right, so you said you were vibing to the 100. What's the 100?
It's a show on Netflix that I'm
Oh,
obsessed
really?
with. I'm rewatching it right now.
What is it all about? So I'm looking for like new shows to watch. So now that you put me onto something, now I need to know the backstory so I can go and watch it also.
The backstory is about a kind of like apocalypse thing that happens on Earth,
Mm.
and like 1,000 people were sent into space, and Earth is like Earth is basically like radiation, so no one can go down to Earth. And so 100 years later, they send a bunch of kids there, and they run into like obstacles.
That's pretty. So are you big into like shows about like the apocalypse and space and things like that? You are. What are other some other things that you like to watch?
I like the new show Away is my
Hmm.
favorite about the astronauts. What are some other shows? I think I watched Away within 48 hours. I watched Jules, I think it's Jules and the Phantoms, the new Netflix show. I've just been watching everything.
I mean, there's nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all stuck in a house, bored out of our minds. What else have you been doing to like pass time during this whole like quarantine process?
Well, I just made a mini home studio in my house because we just moved into the house. And so I've been just writing music and playing video games, and that's basically it.
So you've been hella creative when it comes to like writing songs and things. You have.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people that I talk to say that it's so hard to be creative during this time. So what have you been using? Um, I guess for what have you been using as a sounding board when it comes to writing?
I've just been, before I would talk about my personal situations, and now I've been writing about my friends, my families, and I think I've just been, exploring and writing about different situations, and that's how I'm coming up with songs.
Let's talk about Baby Blue right quick. First
Yeah.
of all, for someone who hasn't heard Baby Blue, how did it come about?
I was talking to a boy, and things didn't end up working out, but I wanted to write a song about like the good times that I had with him, and his favorite color was baby blue, and so was mine, and so that's how I came up with the title. It's basically just about us vibing and having a good time.
Now I get it because I was going to ask you, why do you always see Baby Blue? Because there's a lyric in the song and you're like, all I see is Baby Blue. And what I interpreted, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is that literally there's a reminder everywhere that you've seen it. Okay, okay.
Oh, you got it, yeah.
That's so awesome. Okay. And so at what point, why were you focusing on yourself? Another lyric from the song.
I recently got out of relationship at the time, and I just needed to focus on myself, and I told myself like never to fall for someone for a while, and I just I had to focus on myself, and then he came along, and I was like, oh, well, no.
I know now I got to jump back into something.
Yeah.
How long were you guys together?
Well, we were talking for about maybe 6, 7 months,
Hmm.
and then we just ended things on long distance. But we're still,
Oh,
good friends to this day. No hard feelings. He's a
does
great guy.
he know that Baby Blue is about him?
Yeah, when I wrote the song and recorded it, the day I got the demo, I sent it to him.
Mm.
I sent it to him. He was like, "This is so cool," and he also does music too, so he liked it a lot. So
I mean, I listen. I would love it if somebody wrote a song about me, good or bad. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Do you feel like heartbreak is a great thing to write about?
I think it is because I feel like everyone's going through their own situations when it comes to heartbreak, and I try to make relatable songs, but I also want to be really specific on my story, and so
Mhm.
I feel like heartbreak is just the only way to get your emotions out is just singing to a song that makes you feel good, and yeah.
It's always so relatable too.
Oh yeah.
So you're still young, but you've been doing this for a minute, right?
Yeah, I've been singing since I was really little, but I've professionally been doing this for almost 2 years.
So at what point did you say to yourself that I want to do this? I want to be a singer. Like, what was your first musical encounter that you were like, I need to do this?
Well, in elementary school, I was a ball magnet. Like I could be like sitting at lunch and a bouncy ball would fly at my face. So sports was never my thing. Could never
Mhm.
play soccer without getting hurt. So I just started doing acting. I started dancing when I was 4 and just trying different things. And I started doing vocal lessons and I just fell in love with it
Mm.
at the time. Probably when I was like maybe 8, I would say. But yeah.
Was there any particular song that you were listening to that you fell in love with?
When I was little, I would always listen to country music. Like country music was everything. I would listen to pop every now and then, but I sang Before He Cheats by Carrie Underwood was like my
Mhm.
go-to karaoke song. So yeah.
So you are like popping on social media right now, and I feel like, what would you say to someone who wants to jump into that or wants to get started? How do you even start with that?
Um, I write everything down. Every situation I've been through, like I have a journal that I write all my music in, and I have like a little idea section where if I had a title of a song that I liked,
Mhm.
a lyric that I came up with. And so I think if you write everything down, and also there's instrumentals on YouTube, that's how like I write by myself. I find instrumentals on YouTube and I write songs to those. I think just practice all the time. I'm always singing, no matter what. Like in the shower, driving, like literally everywhere. So I think practice makes perfect.
You did a great job taking over our TikTok yesterday. How do you compose a perfect TikTok, or is there like a method to the madness? How does that happen?
It takes me about like 10 minutes to learn a TikTok dance.
10 minutes.
Yeah, at least 10 minutes. I mean, it depends. If the dance is like really hard, then yeah. But
Because I feel like the Savage dance is super hard, and you did that on our TikTok.
yeah, that one's that one's good.
Mhm.
It can be hard sometimes. I probably have like 20 drafts of like the same sound, just trying to get it right.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just like it takes you 10 minutes, and you're constantly practicing and things like that.
Yeah.
Are you the type of person that will read comments in TikToks or like on YouTube or social media or anything like that?
That what?
That reads comments.
Oh yeah, I always read
You
comments.
do.
Yeah, even on the For You page, I'll read other people's comments, like even if it's not even on my page,
Are you ever affected by comments or anything like that?
all all the time. But I gotta learn to like, not
Toughen
listen
up.
and tough up. Yeah.
But you know what's interesting? I feel like like I know people say tough up and things like that, but you cannot tough it up when someone who is just flat out mean. You know what I mean?
It's hard. It's hard.
That's super hard.
There was a rough patch before, but I think you just got to be strong and you just don't listen to what the haters say and just keep doing your thing.
So what's next? Tell us what you got going on next.
Next, more music. So my next song that's coming out this Friday, that will be the last song of the EP. And so after that, I'm just gonna be releasing singles. So there should be more songs coming out before the year ends.
And how many songs are in EP3?
There's 3 right now, but 4 is about to be added to the list.
Nice. Well, listen, I appreciate you jumping on and chatting with us.
It was fun. I liked it.
Thank you so much for that. When the full album comes out, please join us again so we can continue to talk about music and what's happening.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming.